Alright, we're on another project here. We're gonna take these crappy old panhead bars here, which are pretty well junk, and we're gonna go ahead and straighten these out and make them fit on my panhead. And I gotta pull this end off over here to put a twist throttle on there so I can drag race with it. So I made a tool here on my puller. I took off the 3-finger piece here, put a bolt on here, throw the bolt, screw it on there. That will screw into the bar, and this should pull out. They're pressed in here. So anyway, that's the plan. First thing I'm going to do is straighten it out. At least attempt to straighten it. We'll see what happens. It's not like we can't screw it up anymore. It already is. It's already bent. Let's have some fun doing it, right? Let's see, I guess first thing I'm going to do is take off the writing. It's probably hiding a good rust underneath. It's easy why they put this crap on there. Hide stuff. Little do they know, I didn't really care. All I care about is having original parts, so they're stronger, usually. Exciting video, huh? Damn tape. Thought this stuff was supposed to come off easy. One piece at a time is not easy. Look at that nice chrome it was hiding. Just how I like it, crappy. Way before my time. I was doing this crap in the 80s like this. Didn't matter to me then either. Alright. So first thing I do is figure out a straighten it. Okay, so you push down one corner and see how things are bent. So that's what we got to deal with. Can't tell if you can see a damn thing over there. Probably not. Maybe that'll help. So first thing I do is figure out how to get the twist out of here. Looks like there's also a little bit of a bow to it also. I'll do one thing at a time. So, one side's got to be held down, the other side's got to be pressed on. Let's see here. The first thing we'll do, we're going to put a little press on here. Wood works really good for a pressing tool because it doesn't hurt the metal too much. Force it a little bit. Alright. Here's I got about a 1/4 inch air gap under there. Bend it a little bit, so we'll give it a reason to do that. See how strong this is. definitely helped. Give it some more. See, old brake pads come in handy. Looking pretty even. The high still. Alright. Make sure we didn't do any damage over here. It still is high. Alright, so we still need to go more with this. Double check, make sure where we're at so we don't overdo it. Bending it up. Twist doesn't look too bad, but definitely high spot. Okay. If that don't work, try something else, right? Ugh. Probably gonna put a crease right there, which I don't really want, but we'll see where we're at here. So far it hasn't affected it too much. Sure that bent it that time. Oh yeah, that definitely made a movement. Any damage. Tube still feels straight. That feels a lot better. Watch your fingers there. Alright, well, still got a little bit more in there yet. Getting closer though. Alright, let's pull it up and see what we got to look at the eyeball. Try to determine where things are bent at. Starting to look fairly straight. One of these sides is higher than the other. Not too bad, a little bit. Okay. Definitely most of this is coming out though. Let's go ahead and bend on this side a little bit. Can't have the one side having all the fun. We still don't know which side's bent, so. got tension on that. We're definitely high in the air over here. Put that right in the middle of the radius on the edge of the block. Hit it right here, it should twist it right against the edge of the block there. Hopefully. I think I'm bending it over too. Didn't really want to do that. Yeah, we'll see if they did that. Like it's good. Close. I think I still need a little bit more on it, but I can't tell if you see anything or not over there, so come over here a little bit. We can look at this over here. So right now we're looking at our gap under here. We're hitting right here, obviously. You can see the gap under here. It gets slightly bigger as we go up toward here. So it's still a little bit bent probably there. This side obviously is being held flush by the block on here. So let's go ahead and pop this up and see what we got here. Side's now down, this side is there. So we still got that twist in there a little bit, but it's closer than it was, obviously. So we'll check for right in here. Fairly flat. So we have a little bit of gap here, which translates to a little bit of gap over here. And you push on it right here. We're about 1/8 of an inch off. Not likely you're going to feel 1/8 of an inch on a bike, but we're here, we might as well try to fix it, right? Alright, so we're still moving the same direction. So this side needs to go down. That's the side I've been beating on this whole time. So let's see if we can't figure out how we're going to do the other side now. So I don't like working on one side only all the time. Okay, the problem is this needs to be beat down right here. I think I can handle that. Okay, I'm going to move this over. Block of wood. favorite spot. Okay, our gap is right under here right now. So we're hitting right here on this block. Obviously we're being held on that side. So we're going to hit it right here. Take this block out of here. Yes, that's when we go past center and bounce up. It's called overbending. Looked like it really moved them all that much. Do it again. Oh, something moved. That felt soft. Let's see what damage we did, or we helped it. You never know which one it is. Still got that twist in it, so that hasn't come out yet. Let's see what we did over here. We know what this was before. Yeah, I think we're down to about a 1/16 now over here. So we helped a little bit. Just trying to make sure we're not making it worse in the other direction. It's pretty flat along in here, which we want to see. Try some other check to see where we're at too. Doesn't hurt to have multiple ways of checking stuff to see where you're at. Barely. Just a little bit of a gap here when you go down. So we're pretty damn close. Should leave it, but why would I want to play safe, right? Never done it before, why start now, right? Okay, go back and hit it on like we did before. Okay, what are we hitting on here? Hitting really hard right here. Okay, I'm going to support it all the way out to here, and then we'll hit it right here, and hopefully that twists it and doesn't just bend it down. That's the problem. Probably I could do on this, I could probably use that much better than that. I think my bending tool will fit in there. There's my factory bender. Goes up a little bit. Yeah. See if we can't use this. Okay, we want to bend this thing down. Oh yeah. Okay. So we're going to go over here and tug on this a little bit over here. And try to keep this from bending down here. I want to just twist as it wants to go the other way. Definitely felt it moving. Might have moved it too far though. We'll see. Yeah, that's a problem right there. The block doesn't fit back in there. Yeah, so this one's too low now. We overdid it slightly. Yeah, by about that much. Maybe one of those. As usual, they come back quickly. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Came back real quick. All right. Get that over here. Excuse my muscles. It's pretty close. Alright, let's see what we got. So far we haven't destroyed anything yet, so at least that we know of. Ooh, well that's a big difference. So I don't care what the other dimension was, it's hugely different it was. Now we got a big gap on this side over here. It was over here on this side before. So we went too far. Which way do we need to go now? Let's see. This needs to be bent to the back. So that means it needs to be bent up. Yeah, it bends pretty easy. Can feel it moving. Further. Oops, not that far. Yep, that moved a lot. We're over here now, see? Okay, so now we went exactly double what we wanted. So we need to do half of that next time. Was that half? Couldn't really feel it move too much, just kind of mushy. Before I can actually feel it kind of move. So let's see what we got this time. Ah, you bastard. Damn, too high. Geez, I barely moved it. I thought I did. See how much he's going to move in a drag race now. I'm going to really pull. I'm going to pull a lot harder than this side. Getting a pretty good gap under there. Go back to where we started. About a 1/16 over there. Almost go like that and do it. Let's see, where's the gap at? This needs to go down. Now if I push right here. Geez, look how soft it is. Just think how much it's going to move when I dump the clutch at 75 on European drag races with my sticky tire. You know that's going to move a bunch. So we got two conflicting things. So we got that there saying one thing. Then we got these over here saying something else. So that means one of these ends is probably bent in further or out further. Which is always fun to try to figure that one out. Usually do something like that by measuring it. Obviously there's something I missed. Okay, so we put this on center. Then we measure from the center of the machine, see where the center of the handlebars at. Somebody's at error. Okay, so this is at 7/8 of an inch. 15/16. This one's about an inch now. Okay, they're both about the same now. So now you measure across. What's the distance in here? 30 1/4. So that should be 15 1/8 to the center of this. It's hard to tell, but it's pretty close to that. That's on the outside edge. About 34 inches. So that'd be 15 and 2 would be 17 inches. 17 inches to the center of this. And a little bit to the left. So if we move it over center this way. Just over 3/8 that way. Yeah, we're pretty close. Right there. Okay, what do we got over here? Definitely over an inch on that side. Under an inch on this side. Okay, so this one's bent out or that one's bent back. I'm not sure which is which. I think this one needs to go further out to square it. That'd also help on our twist. Okay, so if we put this over here like this, put this over here like this, put a little pressure on that, and then if we pull down on this, a twisting motion like that, that should take some of that out over there. It'll also help us on the twist from here to here. What we don't want to do is be moving it here. So I'm not sure I'm going to keep that part from moving. I think that's going to be hard to do. So how can we do that part? It's at an angle you can't really hold it. The bar is a little stiffer than what I bend it that easy. If I had somebody here I could hold this up and then pull this and probably do the trick. Nobody's here to help me right now, so I have to figure out how to do it by ourselves while we're here. Okay, now here's my helping hand right here. Twist. Not sure how much. A little bit. Okay, let's check our center point again. 17 in the middle. I'm going to measure the side over here. We're about 3/8 of an inch. Maybe 16 3/4. I mean 3/8. I mean. Pretty far off on that one. It goes off before my dimension. Okay, there's a 18 5/8, I mean 5/16. 18 5, that's pretty close. Right at 1 inch. And we're about 1/8 of an inch difference. This one still needs to be bent back a little bit. I don't think I moved it any. Let's see what it feels like this way though. Ooh. I got pretty flat though, see? So that helped the twist. I got the twist out. That's good. That's pretty good. Okay, what about this way? What are we looking at now over here? That's where we're seeing our errors right there. Yeah. We're flat this way though. So it's going to be in the outriggers that's our problem. So these need to be bent down or over. I know what I can do. I can hold it right here and hit this. That's what we can do. That'll work. Okay, where's my block? It's just a matter of figuring out what you got to do. And I can just measure to figure that out, what needs to be done. All I do is measure from here to here. That should tell me pretty much. If I had an angle finder, I could put an angle finder in here and that would tell me exactly what I need to do. That's probably the better way of doing it. Okay, one angle finder. Now did I level out my press when I brought it over here? And it's a tenth of a degree off. No, there's 101. 0.01. Yeah, that's pretty close. I thought I leveled this thing when I put it on the ground. See, that's why you always make your stuff nice and level, so when it comes time to do something stupid you're not supposed to do, you can still use your level finder, angle finder. That's how I like doing stuff. Okay, right now we're over here at 43 degrees, 43.5 degrees roughly. Over here, this one looks a lot flatter. And it's not, it's 44.2 degrees. So even though it looks flatter, it isn't. Okay, so this side needs to be bent down, or that side needs to be bent up. Depends on which way you want to do stuff. I'm thinking I'd rather go down on this side than up on that side. So that means we need to change our press location. There. Okay. Pressure on that. Check our angle again. Level finder went away. What to do with it? Hidden out of view. Dangerous spot. Okay, let's see if it changed. We were at 44. Okay, we're still at 44 degrees over here. This one here, I can't really measure it now because we're kind of in the way. There we go. 43.5 roughly. This one over here is at 44 kind of something. 44.1 now. Get that out of there, it's dangerous. Don't put your expensive tools in a dangerous spot unless you want to lose it. Okay, so now I'm going to bend this down a little bit. Got our handy dandy bending tool right here. So we'll see, one way it bends up, one way it bends down. We want to go down. I'm going to eyeball it about where I think straight is. See, that's another thing I can do. I can bend it one way or the other. Let's see if I moved it any. 43.4. What I didn't do, I didn't look to see if it was bent forward or back, which I can pretty easily do with a straight edge on here. If I had something that was straight, that was an edge. Let's see, I got one back here. Okay, one straight edge, kind of looks like that. Let's see where this is kind of pointed. This is slightly forward, but pretty straight. This one here is about the same. I'm eyeballing, they look the same. Okay, let's see if that made any difference on what we got here. Okay, we induced just a very little bit of, hear it? Just a little bit of movement there. A few thousandths, nothing really much. Okay, in this direction, still got that big difference there though. Not coming out for some reason. That face is good. So this is good and flat here, but something's wrong with our angles. Can't figure out what it is. Okay, now one of these is flatter than it should be. Now if this was bent slightly in, that would do what we need to do. And I can probably do that by holding this right here with a press and get in here and go with it. Try that. Oh, fingers in there. Definitely putting pressure on it. Oh, success. Look at that. Hear it? Raises this corner over here just a little bit. You can even see it moving. Okay, that was nice. And we do an angle this way. Pull it back just a little bit this way. And that can be taken out relatively easily. We know we can do that now. Means we just go like this. That hurt. Okay, I got it pretty flat. Pretty damn close. Check this angle again. And we induced a little bit more over here though. See, one thing affects the other. Okay, so this needs to go back. And this needs to go forward to fix this part. So when you fix this, you make the other one worse. So you have one or the other, you can't have both, because one's going to make the other worse. All you can do is equal the errors out a little bit. And in that case, you bend this forward a little bit, but I think I'd rather have this flatter here and let the angle of the handlebar bend slightly. I'd rather be off on the tip a little bit, like this. That's harder to feel than the bar is screwed up. And how's our bending this way? Looks pretty good. And the height looks fairly even there also. So you look at this one's level, this one looks pretty level also. So it's bent pretty good. Alright, so overall I'm pretty well satisfied with that. Now when I pull this thing out, I bet you it changes everything, because this is pretty weak. Now the reason it's bent so much is because it's all cut out in here. These are actually hollow, so I know they like to break through here and twist. They twist right in here and break things out. So that's how they are. I don't know if they're supposed to be welded right here or not, because they're always broken right here. My guess is these are probably supposed to be welded right here. So that means I'll probably get in there and weld it. It's a reinforcement, so not sure. You can see the tubing underneath. You can see the tube underneath. It's not cracked or broken. It's only the reinforcement piece here. Yeah. But you can see this one was tack weld right here. This one was not. So if I welded that in a couple spots, do a couple tack welds around here, like 5 or 6 of them, or just put a nice braze bead around it. I'll probably just put a nice bead or braze around it. That would reinforce everything quite a bit. So I think I'll probably do that. I'm going to strip this chrome off anyway, so I don't give a shit about the chrome. Alright, so anyway, that's it for now. So now I'm going to take it back. I'm going to try to pull this off. Well, actually, I can pull that off right here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, this end is supposed to peel off. Well, I was going to put some heat on it. Yeah, I'm taking it back. I'm going to heat this up with cherry red a little bit and then yank on it and see if it'll just pop out pretty easy. We could try doing it cold, but I don't know if that's going to work or not. So we got the tool right here to use. That one. So you can always try it and see how it works. First thing I do is see if it's thread on here after all that screwing around. Just because these are supposed to screw on doesn't mean they do. Oh, I didn't check to see how much threads are in this thing. Looks like it's only threaded about right to here. So that means I'll have almost an inch of this hanging out. A little bit under an inch. Threads on pretty good. That's all the way in now. Okay, now if we don't want to bend the bar, you don't hold it but anywhere except right here. Don't hold it down in here, it won't bend. Basically we're going to just hold it with one hand right here and go wango like this. So we'll see how this works. Let's see if it comes out at all. What a shocker, it's not coming off. Okay, so much for the easy. I'm seeing no movement. We're going to get torch now. I get some wrist hurting too a little bit. Alright, so back and get torch going. If you can't play the torch at least once a day, what fun is it, right? So you can go back here to the torch is. Just dropped the handlebar. That might have bent it. Alright, we're going to go over here and play with the torch. Put the camera over here out of the way, hopefully. Hopefully the camera's out of the way and don't get damaged over here. You never know. Okay. Now, what can I do to keep this thing from being a problem? So there's no real way of holding this thing. If you hold it, you're going to pinch a tube. So pretty much just going to heat it up and pick it up and go for it. Okay, find a happy spot. Is that your happy spot? Good. Okay, we're going to put our gloves on. Kevlar gloves. They're not real high heat, but I can hold probably 600 degrees with these. More than that, I can get other gloves, but they burn you too, so they only work for a short time. Then they get really hot real quick. One thing about a glove, if it's dirty, it transfers heat real quick. If it's nice and clean, it insulates better, it doesn't burn you as quick. So make sure our gloves are good and dirty. We like being burned. So I'm running out of oxygen. Somebody's doing a bunch of welding the other day. Let's see here. I'm not sure how far that goes in, but I'm guessing probably at least 1.5 inches. That's how much straight wall we got there at least. chrome turns all blue, it's probably hot enough. Piece of crap torch. Harbor Freight special. Burn all the grease out so it looks hot. It's not getting hot right over here, so let's see what it seems like. Looks like maybe about an inch. Grab a hot spot. Moving. See, it's moving. Looks like it's soldered in a little bit. Or furnace brace. There, hot end out. There's our cold end. Still cherry red, see? Okay, see the bronze on there? It looks like it's silver soldered in, be my guess. So they don't just fall out. I didn't think they would. They're welded in. It looks like silver solder. Silver solder melts about 12 to 1300 on most of them. I didn't think it was that hot though. Yeah, oh well. Anyway, it's out. So you can see that's a double, looks like a double core. I don't really want to hold on to it. It might be a little bit warm right now. I could be wrong though. So here's the other side. You can see the, looks like braze in there. So I'm pretty sure that's brazed in. So that means I got to try to braze it back in again, I guess. Alright, well this is still hot too. It's a little bit short on this one side now. Compared to this side. Throttle's missing. So we gotta fix that problem. Alright, it's gonna go up there on that bike right there. See those ugly ass ape hangers? They're coming out of there. See up there? We're losing those ape hangers. We don't like old bikes with ape hangers, at least I don't. So this is going to go up on there. Right like this. Just like stock. They ain't made a difference. Sit down about here. Alright, so next thing is going to make a throttle sleeve. So we got to make a tube. So I can either cut off a handlebar to get some material. That'd be the easiest way. Or I can make it out of a piece of bar stock. That'd be harder. I wonder if I'll do it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Leave it back. Okay, got my bars here again. Okay, once again, this is the part we took out. This is the throttle sleeve that goes on the end of the bar. Like this. So we're going to use a twist throttle. Put that on there, and I got the same length throttle here as what my bar was. So these are not available anymore, but they're old Dixie throttles with metal tubes. That stupid plastic stuff that always fails. So I'm going to do that. And then I got my genuine Italian grips right here. Grand Trimichuels. So these are made in probably early 60s, mid to late 60s is probably when this stuff was made. So anyway, I like these. I'm going to cut these off right here because I don't want this stupid damn donut on here. And then we'll have that shoved right up against the edge here, and see how the grip's the right length and everything. And they work good. I like them. So what we have to do is figure out what length tube we need to make here. So this is 1 inch diameter. And this piece here was 830. When you have any wall thickness, you need to have something that's about 5/8 on the inside, 650. So more than likely, I'm not going to find any thick wall 1 inch tubing laying around. We had some 1/8 wall tubing, it might work. Have to find something. If not, I'll just take a piece of bar stock and make my own tube. Sometimes it's just easier to do that anyway. So we'll figure out what length we need. So we're going to put the throttles on here and see where they come in at. Have to get rid of these crappy screws and put real screws in here. Hopefully they're not metric thread. Okay. So we take this one and put it on the other side. This has a bolt, a big nut like that that holds this in with a screwdriver slot. There's supposed to be a spring in here that I don't have right now, so we just have to make do. Just gotta tighten it up in here a little bit. Figured it didn't want to go in. A little bit of mismatched threads there a little bit. It's starting to go better. Okay, it's all the way in now. So this gap here is taken up by a spring that we don't have. Alright, so now if I want to eliminate the spring, I can make a spacer that's that dimension, put underneath the nut, and I'll have a nice solid grip that won't slide back and forth with a spring in it. This is for spark return. It doesn't really matter, but when I'm holding on the bike and I dump the clutch, I don't want my grip to go like that either, so I might just go ahead and make a spacer. Okay, so now I gotta do is make this equal this other side over here. So, easiest way to do that is kind of lay it on your table. Slide this out a little bit until they're about equal. This needs to be way over here. We're running out of handlebar to hold on to here. Yeah, this thing's just about in off the end of the bar. So theoretically, see, it'll be about that far off anyway. Scientific measurement, see. We'll come up with a little bit better way of doing it, but this gets you an idea about where we're at. Alright. Looks pretty even. Just a tick further up. Alright. So you see in the bar now it looks straight. Top. So you get the bar on the ends, each end, and the handlebar is about parallel with the bench. That's about the right height. So now you just figure out what length you want on the inside to make it all work. Right now you can see the bar is way the hell up in there. It's basically in there about where the throttle sleeve's at. So you need an extension about this long, which doesn't surprise me any. Anyway, that'll be the bars. Nice and fat. Probably around 34 inch should be a guess. And they are right on 34 inches. Right there, 34. Perfect. So anyway, that's something I'll work on later. Not right now. So anyway, bar in progress. Everything takes time. we'll move on to more important stuff now. So I'm thinking maybe that thing on the floor right down there. Alright, we'll be back in a minute.